I would really like to get to know this man named Jesus. If it wasn't for y'all, if it wasn't for us, I'd really like to get to know this man. We have made him look so awful.
That's it.
So awful because of the hypocrisy, because we're mean, because we're bitter, because we don't love like God told us to love. And it's just time for us to shift gears. Amen. It's time for us to really walk in love. It's time for us to walk in intercession. It's time for us to really get to the heart of what God has called us to do. See, the thing is, I honestly don't have nothing against anybody. I can say that now, you know. And the way God showed me that I used to love, and He showed me stuff, like I said, in dreams, and He had me in a box, like a brown box with a head cut out, and my arms going out. And if Pastor Eva tried to hug me, I'm giving it all I got. But all she feels is fingertips. And that's all she getting. But I'm in my mind, in my heart, I'm really pushing. But I've got so many walls of rejection. I've got so many walls of bitterness. I got so many walls of hurt and failures and nobody loving me and nobody this. And I got to get past all of this. Can we really get past what Mama said, what Daddy said? See, the thing is, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy journey, but you have to take that first step.
Yes. Amen.
You have to take that first step. I had to take that first step. Yeah, my dad left. I was a daddy's girl from my very core, and I didn't realize how bad it hurt because I suppressed everything. And I remember one day me and Tammy were at lunch in high school, and she said something, and I totally forgot. She was like, "You remember, Mommy, on mine?" She was like, "You remember that time we were startled out of our sleep?" Because my mom would she would get beat for reading the Bible to us. So she would have a nursery rhyme behind the Bible and be reading the Bible, and then kind of like swap when my dad came by. And in her own, way, like, I love God anyway, she put it down and took a few more beatings and said, I'm going to read my kids' Bible. And after a while, they stopped beating her for that. But I remember I was little. I know I was little because I wasn't in school yet. But I'll never forget the screams. And I was sleeping after church, and I just heard screaming. And I knew it was my mom. I was like, Mommy. And immediately, can you imagine being startled out of sleep? Yes. And I run on the side of the house, and it's my dad. I mean, like, y'all see how big my dad is. My dad was 6'1", 6'2". Big old joker. And she even looked smaller than what she, can you imagine? So my mom is 5'2", probably $1.05 soaking wet. So the thing is like, he's pounding, I'm screaming, and I totally wiped that out of my mind. I totally wiped it out. And she said something, and I began to well up, and then I pushed it back down. I pushed it back down. And then the thing is that what's happening now is a lot of us have some deep wounds.
Yes.
And we push them back down.
Yes.
We push them back down. And one little tap, pastor say one thing, sister pastor say, come and lay hands, and it overwhelms us because it's so much. We push it back down,
Yes.
and relationships are failing. The church is failing because you don't know how to love nobody because you pushed it back down. And the thing is, you don't have to bring everything up at once, but one at a time. I remember this, and it really bothered me. I was a daddy's girl, and I really miss my dad. I really wish I had a dad, but you know what? I got some great men of God who I know would never take advantage of me in this church. I know that. So my thing is, I know I give it up to them because I really got some big brothers in this church who pinch and do all type of stuff, and they look out for me, and I love them. I love y'all so much, and because y'all love me despite me. And if we can just love one another despite us, despite what we're going through, it'll bring that stuff up. Yeah, you know what? I've been lying to you. I really do want my mom in my life. She's mean, but there's still an innate desire to have my mama say she's proud of me. Tell me, Mama, I love you, and I'm proud of you. There's still that desire. Amen. But I'm embarrassed to say because she was so bad to me. Am I wrong for that? These are some of the things that we're going through, but we don't talk about it. Some of us have deep embedded, we say it's, oh no, God forgive, but it's like, we put a Band-Aid on a burn and we're supposed to let it air out. And that's something that a lot of us black people got a problem with. No. What goes in my house, stay in my house. But if there's no solution here, but he got a solution in his house, I'm walking over to Pastor Nathaniel's house and I'm knocking on the door. Hey, excuse me, I got a problem. Can you help me? Because somebody told me the solution was in this house.
Amen.
And we say this is the place where love is, and I know there's a solution here, but then you come and look, I'm desperate for some resolution in my life. I'm desperate for change. I'm desperate because you prophesied to me without even knowing. So that piqued my interest. This lady, she on something. When are we going to stop saying, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay? And you can't even submit to the man of God because there's so much stuff. Oh, he's just another man. He's just another man. We actually have an expectancy for him to hurt us. A lot of us have an expectancy for him to wrong us. That's how it was. Even if he knew it wasn't intentional. You stepped on my foot, Pastor. He ain't mean to, get over it. It's time for us to really shift. Because we will never reach these banners if we don't shift.
Amen.
We got to shift gears.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
We got to shift gears. It is time for us to shift gears on our jobs. Let them know that I'm a rider. You ain't got to go about preaching, but your very walk should let us know that. Amen. I want us to, can we just close out with prayer?